This is Chella Negro, and you're the smartest because you're listening to the Literati Records podcast. Enjoy.
Welcome to episode 62 of the Literati Records podcast. I'm your host, Marcus, and I want to thank you once again for tuning in, turning on, and supporting independent music. My guest on the show today is Denver singer-songwriter Chella Negro, who performs both solo and as the leader of Chella the Charm. We met up at the Walnut Room after one of her solo performances and really had a fun and relaxed conversation. And anybody who knows Chella will probably agree she's as engaging on stage as she is off, easily interacting with the audience. Needless to say, we got to gabbing, and today's interview is a little longer than average, so I'll keep the announcements brief. First up, Radkey, one of our early guests on episode 20, is coming back to Denver to play the Moon Room at Summit Music Hall this coming Saturday night, August 3rd, opening for NAMM. Tickets are $10, but we have a pair of tickets to give away on our Facebook page. So if you can be in Denver Saturday night and want to go to the Radkey show, hit up our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/Literati Records. or use the Facebook link on our website at www.literatirecords.com and follow the instructions on the post to get entered. The winner will be posted Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Denver time on our Facebook page with instructions on how to claim your tickets. Second, I want to mention the breast cancer benefit going on tonight at Illegal Pete's in Lodo. Jane Thatcher and our featured guest for today, Chella Negro, will be performing, as well as Lizzie Huffman. It's for a great cause, and I believe it gets underway about 8 o'clock. Okay, that's it for the announcements. Let's bring on the multi-talented Chella Negro. I'm down here at the Walnut Room with my guest, Chella Negro.
Hello.
Sans the charms this evening.
No
she
charm.
did a total solo set, and a wonderful set it was.
Thank you.
But for those who may know you as Chella and the Charm, give us a rundown of the other members and their instruments, please.
Well, the Charm currently consists of 2 other members, so we are a trio. Dave Pinto on pedal steel and Melanie Carnap on drums. And then myself on guitar and vocals.
And how long have you had that particular lineup together now?
A little over a year. Dave and I have been together for a couple of years now, and then Melanie is a more recent addition.
Well, I've been listening to your 2011 EP, Flatlands, and really enjoying the somewhat melancholy tone of that particular album.
Sometimes I feel bad because I don't have any, real party anthems. I don't have any, happy jams, but, I make this kind of music because if I carried all of this, sadness around with me, I'd be nobody would want to talk to me. I'd be just like the girl in the corner the whole time. So I get to be nice and friendly and stuff, and then express myself with these songs that are just a little bit darker than normal. Yeah, otherwise I'd just be a drunk weirdo. Do you guys still believe in love?
Start getting that Marge Simpson's sister's voice. Come on over
totally.
here.
I'd smoke a carton of V Slims a day, and I'd just be drunk at noon at the Skylark every day. I was in love once. Get it out that way.
Exactly. Well, the influences on your Facebook page read like a perfect storm of country and Americana song elements. I just absolutely love it. It's trains, whiskey, broken hearts, PBR tall boys, and the Lord. Were these elements sort of hardwired into you at a young age, listening to the music around you at the time?
It's weird. I was just thinking about it the other day. My hometown, beautiful, La Crosse, Wisconsin, God's country. It's beautiful. It's right on the Mississippi River and also right on the main train line from Minneapolis down to Chicago, basically down to New Orleans and stuff. Huge Burlington train line. And my house is maybe 5 blocks away from the train tracks. So I grew up hearing the train every night, and I moved to Denver and only could get houses that were by the train tracks. At first it just kind of worked out that way, and then I realized that I really, really needed that, lullaby, comfort of that, which was a real thing. And then my grandpa, when I was little, we lived there with him, and he would always play, Statler Brothers and Hank Williams and Willie Nelson and stuff like that. So all of these things were, brewing underneath me at the time, and I didn't really realize it till I came out here and was like, oh, I want to make country music like the stuff my grandpa and I used to play cribbage to, and
wow.
And it was weird because I had always sang a mutation of that music, but always listened to it different. I don't know. So yeah, those things were under the surface, and recently, 2 years ago, I was like, oh, they're huge influences for you. And drinking, of course. If you grew up in the Midwest, it's the coldest. All you do in the winter is get sad and drink.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why I had to leave.
And the music helps.
Music helps. God, if I would have stayed there. Oh, if I would have stayed.
It's good we both got out.
Yeah, 40 pounds in AA meetings by this point.
Well, do you have any plans for another EP or full length in the works?
The Charm and I are recording our first album currently. We are at House in Motion Studio in Denver. We add a bunch of guest musicians, people that I adore, and hopefully, well, then we do our Kickstarter, and hopefully people give us a little bit of cash and we put it out.
Cool. So people will definitely be able to get in on that.
Yeah, for sure.
After
Please.
this post.
Please. We're not asking for much. We feel weird about the whole Kickstarter. I feel like I'm just standing by the side of the internet highway with a sign that says spare change, you know?
Sure. You know, and that in this day and age, that's something that a lot of artists need to turn to.
Sure.
You know, crowd-funded support. And most of them that I talk to, you know, it's not their first choice, you know, and they feel a little weird about it, but it's the internet environment that we kind of live in now.
Yeah,
you know?
well, it's weird. It's especially strange for me because I grew up thinking, well, you know, the natural progression is you start a band, you write some great songs, somebody hears them, somebody tells somebody else, all of a sudden an A&R guy is at your show, all of a sudden a record label is like, we will pay for everything to get you out and to record a stuff. And then I worked in a record store for pretty much 12 years and watched all of that change. And, like, it stopped. So the realization of, like, oh, somebody's not going to come along and give you an advance and tell you you're fucking great and fund everything. That's not going to happen anymore. Yeah. So
the whole climate of the record industry has just changed so much in the last 10 to 15 years. I mean, it's almost gotten a complete facelift. It's
very strange to watch the progression from a couple of different sides and then being out of the actual like retail side of the industry and now just going at it purely from as an artist. I can't get mad. I understand like where the labels are coming from, why they do the things that they do, and like why they rely on us so much more now to do the majority of the promotional work. You just got to be good at it. You can't get tired.
It's true. It's true. I mean, I still think, you know, there's always going to be a place for labels with artists.
I hope so.
But,
I hope so.
You know, just I think right now what that role is and how that relationship is evolving, I think, is in big time flux right now.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of smaller startup labels that are just trying different things, and there's a lot of large old school labels really trying to hang on to what it was before that are resistant. And I think the next 20 years in the music industry, we're going to see even more changes than we've seen in the last 10.
Yeah, it's cool. We are so blessed in Denver. Denver music community is phenomenal, and we have a couple of different labels here, and you know, like the Greater Than people, the Illegal Pete's Greater Than people, and then Hot Congress, and those guys that have been really working it for so long and still in it and still excited, still passionate. It's wonderful to see. It's good stuff. I like it.
I know that you also do comedy in addition to music. Is that correct?
I did sketch comedy here in Denver with a group called Ladyface. It was myself and 4 other women, all of whom are stand-up comics. One is actually the drummer in The Charm. So she and I work together. Another one of the girls is my best friend in the whole world. So it's like, you know, and sketch comedy is different. It's a different shade of comedy. So those guys do stand-up. That's a separate world than sketch and improv. Improv is a different world even than sketch. Yep. So I have a very close relationship with the Denver comedy community, and a lot of those people are people I respect greatly as performers and people. It's been an interesting journey.
Well, have you always been a natural performer?
Sure, yeah. I started singing when I was 8 in church, as you do in the Midwest, and I didn't really realize that it was like a thing. I had also started doing theater around that time when I was little. Like, I remember my dad took me to audition for Annie, the musical, and I didn't get cast, and I was devastated, and I was 7 years old. But you better fucking believe I got every single role I ever auditioned for after that.
That's cool. Is it like a children's theater in your town?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
did you travel?
Community theater. And then in high school, I was fortunate enough to be involved in an all-lady theatrical group called the Pegasus Players, and I was the by far youngest member. I was 16, and the rest of the girls were 23 through 46. Wow. So quite the education. Yeah. And every summer I would do basically the summer stock theater. So the age range from that was like 14 up to 50s, 60s. But it was a lot of like hanging out with college kids, theater kids and stuff when I was already in high school. So when I went to college, I was a voice major and a theater major at the same time. It was a natural for me to start doing sketch here. It was a supernatural progression where I was like, well, I don't know if I have been typecast my whole life, but I've always been the straight girl in comedies and straight man in comedies. And before I left college, I was cast as Lady Macbeth in Macbeth, and I was so excited about my first like crazy dramatic role, and then I decided to move out here instead of go to college for another year. So I didn't get to do it, but it's one of my greatest regrets.
Well, it sounds like music, comedy, theater. You're at home on the stage doing something.
I want to be the best performer. I don't care what it is, but I want to make the audience the happiest and engage them and have a good time. And I don't care if I have a guitar in front of me or not. Like, it should all be the same thing. Like I said once, I want to be the Dean Martin of Denver. It's like you just can do everything.
Well, do you have any upcoming gigs or comedy engagements that you want to plug?
I'm taking a break from the comedy, but I'm actually playing a breast cancer awareness benefit at Illegal Pete's downtown.
Oh, cool!
I know it's during the week. It's with Lizzie Huffman, who's another amazing Denver lady, singer lady, and lady. So I'm real excited about that. Yeah, and then
working on the record.
We have a couple of things in August lined up, but most people can find out information on what we're doing at the Chella Negro Music Facebook page. Cool. And then, of course, Twitter, where I post insanely weird things.
That is entertaining, though.
Do you think it's funny?
Yeah, I do. I don't always understand them, but I chuckle. I go, huh. Well, it seems deep.
That's kind of it's the response I would like to elicit from the public. So good.
It's always entertaining, Even off stage, you're entertaining. Well, what track off Flatlands should I close this interview with?
I really like Orange Pearl Salon. It's such a happy jam, but the intro's really long.
Doesn't matter. It's my show. It could be 10 minutes. I don't care.
Hallelujah. I like that answer.
All right. Orange Pearl Salon it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks so much for taking time to meet with us and fill us in on what's going on with you. And we look forward to hearing the new album down the road.
Yay, Literati Records. What a wonderful job. What a wonderful thing that you do for us. I feel like it's so important to give props to people that take care of you, take care of your art, take care of other people's arts, and it's the Denver scene. It would be nothing if it weren't for everybody just holding everybody else up, and it's so appreciated.
Absolutely true.
It's so appreciated on my end, at least. I'll do whatever you want.
Keep playing us great music.
Thank you. I can handle that. feel your absence breathing hard on my neck, and I want you so badly. Pride is of no consequence. If you could just call me and tell me I'm not alone, but you're busy, I understand, so I'll sleep by the phone, and I miss you, and I'm sorry, I'm aware of my mistake. If you miss me, raise a glass to my mortal soul. I am sure you will ruin me, oh, I am sure you will consume me. I feel I have aged 5 years and 3 days. What I've seen, it won't change, no matter how many songs I sing. What is granted cannot be taken. What is granted cannot be taken.